Hi everyone, it's Murray here from Ancient Warfare. A flip through of Ancient Warfare issue 15/6, Macedonia Rising, with a lovely cover art by Marek. Now we get into the contents page, as always, which tells you what's coming in the issue. Then across to the editorial by Jasper, and then of course the news items compiled by Lindsay Powell. From the latest information about ancient warfare from around the world. And then we get the first of our articles by Christian Cameron, which is a long article about the Battle of Plataea and the reenactment that Christian was part of earlier this year, because of course it is an anniversary year of the Battle of Plataea in 479 BC. So lots of photos of as always, wonderfully compiled by Christie, of artifacts, but also photographs of reenactors from this year's thing. Then an article by yours truly about the Portinaccio sarcophagus, just a complete change of tune about the sarcophagus depicting battle between Roman legionaries and Germanic and or Sarmatian barbarians, and what's going on there. And then the first of our theme articles on the rise of Macedon, and that is, of course, the king of Macedonia, Philip II, who is given credit for most of the reforms of the Macedonian military system that his son, Alexander the Great, took to great advantage and conquered the Persian Empire. But, of course, Philip conquered Greece first. So here we have Molly Willett introducing Philip, and maps by Richard Thompson showing us the growth of Macedonian power in the mid-4th century BC, down to the Third Sacred War and all sorts of things like that. Then, of course, one of the allies of the Macedonians and the Thebans, of course, is Jason of Pherae, an article here by Peter Crawford. A long-form article. These are the ones that have more text and less pictures. And then Mark McCaffrey, one of our regular contributors, doing an article on the cavalry lance of the Macedonian warrior, the Xyston, or otherwise known as the Lancea or the Kontos, and several depictions of that in art. Then, of course, we have the battle article by Tim Howe on Philip II fighting the Illyrians, and the wonderful centerfold art showing the Macedonian phalanx against the Illyrians with a cavalry charge on the flank, something that would be repeated not only in Philip's battles, but also, of course, in Alexander the Great's battles. More fabulous images of archaeology and remains. We've got some art there on the panoply of the Macedonian hoplite, and then, of course, the rise of the Peltast here at the Battle of Sacteria, where the Peltasts really came into their own against the Spartan hoplites, and of course the lightening up of the Peltast was something that influenced warfare thereafter. Then we get into some more regular features. So here's Joe Ball's article on a tombstone of a legionary. And then a fabulous article on the leadership of Roman legions from the front by Colin Campbell, and again another long-form article. And then, another article by yours truly about Domitian Station War, one of those wars that gets neglected in the sources, but I believe that Domitian really led the way, showing Trajan about fighting a war in Dacia later in the late 1st, early 2nd century AD. And then we've got the Guard Duty of Roman Unit by one of our fabulous regulars, Duncan Campbell, talking about guard units on various limes around the Roman Empire. And then we end with book reviews, two Persian wars, one on the Battle of Marathon, the idea of Marathon, and another on the Battle of Plataea. And there we have the final further reading list, and then the lovely back cover.